Hi guys, and welcome to my YouTube channel. If you are new to my channel, welcome. Feel free, feel at home. My name is Sibiano Mtandazo, and today I'm just doing another video on my first year of work series. So this is the second last video. My last video, I'll be sharing with you guys the nitty-gritties of how I moved into my new apartment. So today it's all about budgeting, as I say it. So it's all about this little friend of mine right here. So in today's video, I'll just be walking you guys through how I do my monthly budget, and basically just sharing there and there how it actually helped me with my finances and how it actually shaped me as a person today. So as I said on my previous video, I realized 3 months, guys, three months down the line, that I was just like splurging and overspending money unnecessarily. And that's when I took the stand and I decided, you know what, do the right thing and actually draw up that budget. Like once you start, you'll be fine. You just start. Just start. And once you start, you'll be good. So that's actually when I decided, okay, fine, I need to draw up a budget. So the budget, the one I'm going to be using today, is actually a little bit different. Actually, it's a lot different from my previous budget that I drew when I was still in PE. When I was still in PE, I didn't pay rent, I didn't pay for my car installment, no petrol, no car insurance. Basically, I was only paying for groceries and transport. So I had like a lot of money that I could use for savings, type of thing. And so compared to now, basically, because now I have a little bit more like extra responsibilities. So I'm going to run you through my budget, and then we'll just see if you have anything in common or anything like that. So if you want to grab a pen and paper, please do, because it's just like a few things that you can take note of. Yeah, basically I am also going to leave some notes on the description box below, so should you feel like you missed something on the video, if I feel like it's important, it's going to be on the description down below. Yeah, let's get right into it. So as I said, I have my friend here just to give me a guide, because I don't know my budget off the head, guys. These things happen. Anyways, the first thing you need to do is you need to treat yourself as a business. So treat your salary as your sales, and then your taxes, treat them as your cost of sales, and then your expenses, treat them as your business expenses, and then your profits, that's going to be the surplus from your salary. And then obviously as a business, you need to save and invest. Either you invest back into the business, which would mean you are doing stuff that are actually going to empower yourself and make you a better person. So that means maybe if you consider doing a short course in something, or you consider going for like a workshop, or going for like something that's actually going to grow your knowledge, or you deciding on buying books that you want to read and all the drama. So that's like investing into you, which is the business. And then always advise people to actually have some sort of savings, because you don't know when that car tire is going to just burst and you're going to need some cash, or you don't know when something like hectic is going to happen at home and you need to help with some cash there and there. So just be prepared for your rainy days. It's very, very, very important. So yeah, let's get right into it. So the first thing I would like to say, guys, so take note of this. You need to allocate a certain percentage for different things in your life. So if you have, for example, if you get paid 10,000 rands after tax, so that's your gross profit. If you get paid 10,000 rands after tax, make sure you allocate that accordingly. So allocate a certain percentage for all your expenses, allocate a certain percentage for your like pleasure, for going out, having drinks with friends, going on lunch, movies, the works. And then allocate a certain percentage for your savings and investments, because you do want to actually invest back into yourself, and you also want to have a bit of savings for rainy days. And one last thing is, if you actually send money home, I'm black, yes, and guys, Some of our families actually expect us to give them money every month. If you come from one of those families, just make sure you allocate that certain amount on a side, yabo. Wazi ukuthi nje ikhona ihleli, you're not going to use it for anything else but to send it home, so that it won't hit you. There's that thing that hits you hard when there comes a situation where you need to cough up money that you were not prepared to cough up, yabo. Jake vele guys, one of your cousins needs to come to town and you're the only person in town, so now you need to help them with transport from town to your place, and that's like an expense you were not ready for. So if for things like that, to avoid such in life, allocate money. If you need to send money home, allocate it, guys. But just allocate it. Tell yourself, okay, fine, I am going to be taking this amount of money, maybe like 5% of my salary, and I'm going to be sending it home, and that's it. So by the time the month, like, you get paid, you know already it's fine, type of thing. So once you have allocated a percentage of your money for a percentage for everything basically that you need to take care of in your life, then you can start drawing up your proper budget, because then you know, okay, fine, this is what I need, this is what I need to take care of, and this is how much I'm willing to spend around those things. Second step is you need to write out everything that you actually need. So something that you need is something you cannot live without. So that would be your rent, that would be your transport or petrol, that would be your car installment if you've got a car and car insurance. If you've got a medical aid, it would be your medical aid. If you don't have a medical aid, that's fine, but have some money that you call like your medical funds or something, so that if you get sick, and you need some medication, or you need to go consult with a doctor or someone, you have that money saved aside, and yabona budget will push there, and then you're not going to stretch too thin, type of thing. So first things first, let me just run you through what is my needs basically. So what my needs are. If you can relate, great. If you can't, it's very, like, guys, this is your budget, so do you boo-boo, like, write all the things that you need. They don't have to be the same as the things that I need, because we're not the same person, and obviously we don't live the same lives. So for me, the things that I need, that I have in my budget every month, I have my rent, I have my electricity, I have my car. So for the car, I have petrol, car installment, and car insurance, all three. Cannot have one and not have the other, because that means you're not surviving, guys. And then for some of us, well, some of you, not us, big difference. For some of you guys, you guys have already paid off for your car, so you don't really have a car installment. That's perfectly fine. So you just have your petrol and your car insurance, which is great. And then if you do have a medical aid like myself, then you have to put money away for your medical aid, so that when the debit order comes, it's there. And then you also want to add your groceries in there. So if you do your monthly groceries, even if, guys, we are say like izinto esiyibona ukuthi sezizophela igrocery yakho, that still counts as groceries. So have a like a certain amount that you're saying, okay, fine, this is the amount I'm willing to spend on groceries every month, but make sure which that amount is actually realistic. So it's something that's actually going to cover all your groceries. Kungamane nje ukuthi uze so uyayenza nje uyenzela nje ukuthi ube ne-budget, because then what's the point? Well, then what's the point? It doesn't make sense. And then the last one I have is Wi-Fi. So I use Wi-Fi for YouTube. I need Wi-Fi for it, because I can't upload videos and I can't check my YouTube and analytics and stuff like that. So I use Wi-Fi quite a lot, and I need to check my emails, I need to send emails and all the drama. And M17, we use WhatsApp quite a lot, so I need to have, if I don't have Wi-Fi, that means I'd have to buy data every now and again. And guys, data is expensive. I won't lie to you, data is like really expensive. So if you want to invest in Wi-Fi, you can do that. If not, then you can just like put a certain amount for your monthly data that you normally use now on a monthly. And then so that's like all my expenses. On the side. And then I take a certain amount of money that I send home. So sometimes I do it, sometimes every month, but sometimes I skip a month. When I see it's okay, fine, this month I have a bit more commitments, I just call my family and tell them, guys, this month I won't be able to come through. because ngimpintshekile yabo, my finances always kahle, so ngibona ngenyanga ezayo. And guys, my family is the best, like those people are the best, so they always understand if I say yabo kiyashuba, because you know life gets rough, guys, gets rough. And then I always have money for my savings and investments, so I put that money away on the side on its own. And then I always try to save some money for pleasure, because I feel personally I need to spoil myself. So I need to have a certain amount of money that I'm actually going to use to spoil myself, even if it means I'm buying myself like a nice pair of jeans, or I'm buying myself like a nice mini skirt, or I'm still taking myself out for like breakfast or like lunch, I'm going out with friends type of thing. I want to have some cash saved specifically for that, so that again I don't feel it. Because there's that thing with keep in mind, guys, you feel it, the pain inside, you're like shh, mara, yeah, boy. So that I don't feel it, I put money aside for it. And then whatever surplus I have left, I either keep in my account until the next month so that it actually sustains me for the month, or I just drop it into my savings. It depends. It depends. So yeah, so first things first, as I said, write down everything that you need. Once you're done with that, allocate a certain amount of money for your savings and allocate a certain amount of money for spoiling yourself, because I believe that is really, really, really important. Like, I don't understand why you're working if you can't spoil yourself. It kind of doesn't make sense, because now you're just going to be grumpy and sad most of the time. In which way, next thing that you need to do, so that you ensure that you stick to your budget, is you need to have a realistic grocery list. So before you go to the shops and buy food, make sure you have like a proper detailed grocery list. So vula amakhabethe wakho, ucheck ukuthi do you have everything you need, and then check ukuthi yini ephelayo, like yini emigcwasele, yini ekumele uyithenge, like type of thing, so that you know exactly what you're buying on your for your groceries, and so that you actually buy things that you need. And don't go a shop and then you end up buying like things that are not really necessary, things that you don't really need, and then you end up spending more money on groceries than you actually put on your budget, né? So I feel that's like really, really important, really, really important. And the last thing I want to say to you guys is that try to stick to your budget as much as possible. I know it's hard. So my first few months, I think it was like the first 3 months, it was so hard for me to stick to my budget. I always went like a ball. So I'd say, I think I started with like 1,000 rands for groceries or something, and then but then I end up buying groceries for like 1.5. But then I set myself down, like I'm using so much money and it's not really necessary, because I made a budget for a reason. Then I just started sticking to my budget. So self-discipline is very, very, very important, and you need to have a goal. Yeah, both. That's what I always say. You need to have a goal, because if you're just doing it for the sake of just budgeting, then basically you won't really get anywhere, I feel. So I budget so that I can have enough money to put away for my savings, and so that I have enough money to actually spoil myself. So that for me is important, and I have my reasons why I'm saving. We'll discuss that later on in life, but yeah, I have my reasons why I actually want to save some money. But yeah, you need to have your goals so that your budget will actually work in your favor. Anyways, that is it for today's video. My next video, I'm going to be just sharing with you guys how I moved in, and I'm actually going to give you like figures and numbers as to basically if you're moving in like an average area in Joburg, how much should you look into spending, especially if you basically have nothing and you're like moving into Joburg and home is like far, far away from Joburg. Anyways, I hope you enjoyed today's video. Don't forget to click the like and subscribe button. If you haven't watched my previous videos on my first year of work series videos before this one, I am going to link them on the description box below. I'm gonna try and link them here at the top, but if that doesn't work out, you guys will find them on the description box below. If there's anyone who knows how to link, guys, please help a friend. Thank you. So yeah, don't forget to subscribe, like, and share with your family and friends. I hope these videos actually help someone who is starting on work, or someone who just needs some direction finances.